Like a lot of big cities, LA has quite a few problems, including homelessness and food insecurity. It's not somewhere you really think of as having a lot of space to grow a garden. However, I'm in the West Adams neighborhood where something really special is happening. I'm going to meet someone called Jamiah Hargins who has used his small space to tackle food insecurity in a really big way. As you walk into Jamiah Hargins' garden, the first thing you notice is how lush the vegetation looks, even on a scorching 108-degree day. Then you spot Hargins himself, at home and at peace with the fruits of his labor, at ground zero for his personal contribution to the fight for food liberation.
Yummy, yummy Callaloo.
My daughter was coming along, and when she was born, I realized I would need to have quality food around all the time. So the best idea is to grow my own food. Living in a city like Los Angeles, there are situations where food scarcity intensifies in terms of natural disasters or economic trials. And so what I decided to do was build my own garden and grow food as often as I could.
In addition to being driven to make sure he'd have quality food for his daughter, Hargins was also mindful of a deeper problem, especially within underserved communities.
Food has always been used as a weapon against people who are economically disadvantaged or in terms of racial dominance. So in the United States and abroad, it's no secret that food, even in our penitentiary systems, is used as a weapon against those who are there. It's designed to soften your bodies, soften your minds, and create additional problems that you have to deal with down the road. And so we have to use food as our own strength and opportunity as folks who live in this country and are aware of the history to put ourselves in a better position.
But Hargins didn't just put himself in a better position, he shared it with the community.
Food is legacy. Food is power. I started Crop Swap LA and the crop swaps in the community so that people could get together and share their extras from their gardens. I had so many extra sprouts and seedlings, seeds, and things that are growing that I offered them, and many others came. Over 100 people over the last year and a half have attended our crop swaps, and we have then grown out to do more initiatives from then.
Though it was born from backyard beginnings, Crop Swap LA is blossoming into something far greater.
So at this point, we're only selling fruit from trees that we've harvested from people's backyards. We sell 50% that we've harvested, and we give the other 50% away. In the future, we'll have our gardens where we have staff growing the food, and we'll be selling that continually through the West Adams Farmers Market, the Crop Swap app, individual chefs and restaurants that we know here in Los Angeles.
In his 100 square feet of space, Hargins has everything, including several varieties of tomato to nuts.
These are ground nuts, peanuts from the Gambia in Africa.
To Callaloo.
Whether it's the Jamaican version of Callaloo or the Nigerian version is way better for you.
And he believes that everyone can do the same.
So do you think that this is something that I could do, that just anyone can do, is grow their own food?
Absolutely. In fact, I think it's essential that people try for the sake of their families' sustainability and that of the city. Whether you have any empty space in green space or your driveways or anything else, it's worth giving it a try.
And while some may think of farming as more of a thing from the past, Hargins points out that growing your own food increasingly is an in thing today.
As somebody who's 36, for my generation, I don't believe there's much of a stigma around growing one's own food. I think for our parents and maybe our grandparents, there was a fair amount of, tendency to be away from the field. And in our case though, we're coming back to a new awareness of the need to grow food. We almost weren't aware of it. We weren't denying the idea. Many of us went to college and got educated in the formal system, and that was what we were told was best. And now we see that that was useful, but now there's other things that we also need to know.
He also thinks it's an alternative to a messy system.
More of us would be growing our own food if the systems were designed to allow us. If you want to find materials to grow your own food in an urban environment, it's difficult to find manure, hay, irrigation supplies, and it's expensive and oftentimes monopolistic to go to the Home Depot and Lowe's stores that have some of those materials. So what we're doing here at Crop Swap LA is we're informing people of those free resources and cheap resources that you can get abundantly anywhere in your neighborhood that will help you grow food. If you see underneath me, I'm holding hay, and this was given to me by a local farmer. It costs me nothing and it's giving me excellent mulch here in the backyard. We can find solutions like that in every city, every island, every place where people grow food.
I'm leaving today with a bag of produce of stuff that I can't even find in supermarkets. But if I take Jamiah's advice and use a crop swap app or even plant a few seeds, that won't be a problem anymore. From the West Adams neighborhood of LA, I'm Ray Williams for Atlanta Black Star.